Alright, welcome back everyone to this week's episode of Heralds of the Titan. Before we start with the recap, I would like all of the players to please roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Where did I put my dice?
Eight.
I got an 11.
Odin and SpareTrain?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was fixing something. Apparently, I put the wrong. I forgot to update my stream title. And chat's yelling at me because it's not 7 days to die.
Berg, I'm kind of like.
Wait, this
Where are
isn't
you?
7 days to die? What
I
am I
mean,
doing here?
the way Berg's playing it in my team.
Berg, I need freeing.
Freeing? What do you mean freeing?
My character is in a pillar currently.
Well,
never
Maybe
mind, I'm good
you
now.
belong in the pillar. Have you ever considered that, Eric?
It's not very nice.
Also, you're not in a pillar on my screen. So
No,
maybe...
I got free.
I get to add my +5, right?
Yep. A wisdom
Okay, I
saving
rolled-
throw.
I rolled a 7.
SpareTrain?
Wait.
I rolled a 2 on the die.
Oh no! I thought no one was gonna get worse
Okay.
than me. I'm sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can.
hello.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
Train.
I got a 15.
Nice. That's
Okay.
pretty good.
So, on the last episode, our adventurers began their journeys. And they met with a Cree at the entrance of the Gilded Anchor, the tavern within the central district within Lasharva. And within the tavern, they used the magical key that they received from a Cree and went to a different tavern. It was not the same tavern, a magical tavern that is in some pocket realm that was controlled by the god of hospitality by the name of Galvith. And there they met with the other members of the Order of Calphenix, as well as the rest of the party. There they shared their details and got to know each other a little bit. A couple people tried to steal other people's pets, you know, the usual and whatnot. But they talked about some of the adventures that they had so far, and their experiences with the Titans thus far, and began to plot out their next steps, their next journey as to which way to go. They came to the conclusion that there was 4 possible directions that they could get to get the things that they were looking to get. The one that they decided upon was one of the easiest one, which was a local quest within Lasharva itself, where there was a lead that a shipment may be coming in that may very well potentially have a piece of one of the chasubles of heraldry. The quest took them to the guild hall where these adventurers have decided upon their name as the Menagerie. And the Menagerie then accepted the quest and went to go and meet with the Archmage, who presented himself as Archmage Zentrum. And that is where we will begin our story today.
Archmage what?
Zentrum. Ah, adventurers, come to take on a quest. Have you answered the call?
Yes, we have.
Brilliant. Now, I do have one request out of you all. You know, I need to make sure that you all are going to suffice for this quest. The thing that I most ask is discretion. This isn't really exactly, how do I put it, the most legal thing in the world. I just
We
need
will
to know
be
that you all...
so discreet. My metal armor clicks around.
That is all I could ask. This is a very delicate matter. But I will give you the details as best as I possibly can. There is a shipment arriving from Ithaca. A nearby town was recently raided, and the soldiers there recovered some artifacts from one of the vaults within the town. And, well, I'm just going to put it this way. One of the items in particular is a bit concerning. Now, usually artifacts like this would go within the Hall of Archives here within Lashava, but I've gotten some worrisome news that there may have been an infiltration, and some of these artifacts I would prefer not to fall into the wrong hands. I would like to obtain these directly and make sure that I can personally see to them being dealt with and handled. So, what I'm asking of you to do is to intercept this shipment in any way that you see fit. Find the box in particular that I will give you a drawing of the container that it is within. Find that box, and whatever you do, do not open it. And you are to deliver it directly here back to me. From there, as long as all conditions are met and things are done within a timely and discreet manner, I will pay you handsomely. In fact, as a show of faith, I will give you all a partial advance so that way you can get whatever supplies you need in order to accomplish this mission. But the total job will pay a sum of 400 gold.
I have a question. You mentioned the wrong hands. What would you consider the wrong hands?
Well, there are some worrying and darker signs within Lashava itself. Things that have concerned me. A few of the guilds are becoming a bit more aggressive than they used to be. I'm sure you've heard the recent news of the Brass Serpent attacking our fair city. As well as the ever-present threat from the Order of Phantoms, yes? I would consider either of their hands the wrong hands.
And you said they would be safe with you. What are your plans for these artifacts?
My plans for these artifacts is to squirrel them away deep in a tower where nobody will think to find them. Basically a private collection, if you will. As I mentioned, this is a matter of discretion.
And what guarantee do we have that you or someone in your employ will not then use this to harm others? You're asking us to put a lot of trust in a man we just met.
I'm about to hand you a big bag of gold. To not ask questions, do what I ask, and go away.
I step forward and put the big metal arm goes out, and I go, "We accept." Amazing.
Oh,
Sounds fantastic.
hold on there, Granny Apple. I'm siding with Marcus in this regard. Our goal
Are you
here,
stating that you're looking for more gold in that case, then?
not necessarily more gold. I would like more questions to be answered as well.
I'll
First,
answer them the best
can you
I can.
describe the box? You seem to know a lot about this and potentially what's within the box, which you are not allowing us to know ourselves.
What's in the
Also,
box?
you're
There's no
not,
details.
and you're also not allowing us to open it, potentially to protect us, or also potentially to not allow us to know what's in it. So if you could please describe the box, so we know which box we're supposed to be getting our hands on, because there is a lot of stuff that's being shipped, and there could be many boxes. We could grab the wrong box.
Absolutely. He hands you a parchment. And on the parchment, as you unfurl it, there is a drawing of the box. And it is an ornate crate gilded with silver. I'm sorry, plated with silver. Let me get my terminology right. That has the depiction of a skull, also in silver.
Thank you for providing me this image. This will help us in recovering this box you're asking about. Grabs Zentrum. When you said this may
Certainly.
not be legally something, we are obviously robbing from individuals that are shipping.
Correct.
Who do these
You-
individuals side with that we are robbing from?
Ashava,
So they are Lasharva's men?
the king's men themselves.
How did they come
That's why
across
I
this
said that
shipment?
this. They raided Ithaca. I mentioned that in the beginning of my spiel.
I apologize, I did not get the statement of it. I just thought that
No
there was a
worries.
shipping arriving in at the artifacts and we're meant to.
There was a recent raid on one of the outlying cities in Ithaca. And within its stores, they've found these artifacts. And typically, artifacts like these are taken by the archivists and taken down to the Hall of Archives. But I received intel that there may be a few individuals that have infiltrated the ranks of the archivists from the guilds.
So you're telling us is within the group of individuals that have these boxes and various wares that they're shipping, there are some individuals in there that were basically spies. They're just double agents. And now you want us to steal from this group that's supposed to be transporting it to do exactly what you want to do. They're supposed to be
Correct.
transporting it to hide it. You're saying that they're not going to hide it. And then we're just supposed to give it to you and then assume that by your word, the person we just met is also going to just do what they're going to do anyway?
I have a position and title of power.
So do they.
Not really.
That-
I am one of the king's right-hand man.
So why didn't he send you?
Who, the king?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know about this.
I'm trying to understand is if you're his right-hand man and this shipment that you found out about is being sent, the king would know about this shipment. If he's not being known about shipment, then that's a whole nother problem. Why
Quite
should
simply
we,
put.
as a party, take on a request that has legal issues to it to in turn do
I put my
something
hand
that
up.
that shipment was already going to go on to do?
I
If
put
you
my
have-
hand up in the middle of them talking. Please, forgive them. We're just very curious, but we will happily take this task on hand. We'll
If
just
you
take
have
that.
questions about the legality of this mission or moral standpoints, then perhaps this is not the job for you. I heard there's an old lady down the street who's having some rat problems in her basement.
Rats sounds great.
I step forward and I'm like, if the rest of my party does not see fit to see this mission through, I'm sure we can find replacements for those who do not want to take it.
I glare at Granny Apple because she knows full well that we were recruited by the Heralds and that there isn't a replacement at this time for me as a herald, then I step back and I look at Marcus, and I'm talking to Marcus now. What do you think? Because I'm with you. I don't understand why this guy wants what's in this box. We don't know what's in it. We are putting ourselves in danger trying to raid a shipment to then allegedly do what they were going to be doing anyway.
My thoughts are this. He mentioned it comes from Ithaca. While I have no love for my people as I was raised by humans, I do wonder how much unwanted slaughter has happened. I don't side with those who would just slaughter others. Is this not going to be used just for unwanted murder? That's my only concern.
My concern is, why should we trust this guy when the shipment is already going to be securely, like, once it arrives where it's supposed to go, those individuals that are shipping it and traveling it are going to be putting it in hiding. This guy wants us to steal it so he can just do the same thing. That doesn't add up.
Probably because
Sometimes
he
it's-
doesn't trust the people it's going to. You speak of trust, yet we are still a fairly new party, are we not? Yet we are supposed to trust each other as well. Trust sometimes has to be earned, given it first and then proven that it's not to be trusted. I say we do the job for now, and if he truly proves to be untrustworthy, then we cut ties.
I agree with Marcus. I will side with the group, but know that I am very hesitant.
Well, I don't really care much about hesitancy. What I care about is a
You're
job
not
well
supposed to
done.
do.
Did you say it out loud?
No, I stepped away and went to
Oh,
Marcus
okay.
and had a private conversation with him. So Zetrum
Okay,
did not
okay.
hear a word I said.
Sorry. Well,
That's
He
why
pulls
I
out a
said
bag.
step
Deception
back.
to see if you heard. No. So
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you could roll to see if he heard what I
No,
said.
no, it's fine. That's
But yeah,
fine.
the
No,
point of that was for him
he
not
doesn't
to
need
hear.
to.
This was a private conversation between me
He
and
pulled-
Marcus.
He pulls a bag of gold out from his cloak and he throws it at your feet. Now, if you will, you'll upon successful and untampered completion of this task, you'll receive the rest.
all right.
You'll find the shipment.
That's what I was about to ask, is where we'd find the shipment.
The shipment coming. Oh, you see him checking a ledger real quick. It's supposed to arrive this Timidog.
You're really gonna make us look at the map or the calendar?
Fuck
You
yes,
said-
I am.
I
what is
looked
today's
through the
date?
cloak and rummaged you to see.
You
how
guys
much
are
it was.
current. You guys are currently in Brywar. The
Let me
9th.
try to find the calendar in this mess of a website.
Berg, I rummaged through it. How much is in this cloak?
There is 100 gold.
Beautiful. Wow, it couldn't have been an even number. Like evenly split.
It's 25 each.
I know. I don't like it.
Well,
It's not an even number. And what is it? Gold, silver?
Okay, you said we are in what?
Brywar.
Brywar.
Second to last month.
So is it
You're in the
gold,
12th
silver?
month
Okay,
of
and
it.
you said it's arriving when? Timidog?
This Timidog, yes.
But what day
So the end of the
month
week.
is it?
It's the 9th. See where the little circle is?
Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, so we're in Oak Dog.
No. You're in
Right now
Brywar.
it's Oak Dog.
Oh,
it's
yes,
arriving
yes.
Timidog. That's what I was trying to
Yes,
get
yes,
at.
yes.
The month doesn't matter so much as the day of the week is what I was trying to get
Correct. Sorry, you guys will become more accustomed to with this, but this is the month of the world. Or this is the calendar of the world. It's a 13-month calendar with 28 days in each month. Anyway.
Is it gold, silver? What's the split?
It's gold.
It's gold. Okay, so 25 gold each. Got it. I DV out the gold to each member of the party.
Now,
I-
you will find this coming from the northern city within, properly named, here within on the island of Lashava, Port City. Upon that day. Now, whether or not it arrives precisely, well, from there it's up to you as to how to intercept this. I would not recommend trying to raid it directly from the port itself. However, I'm not the expert here, obviously. You do as you see fit. But here is a map of the island, and this will show you, and I have marked here, the route at which this caravan will take. There are armed guards, however, they can be dispatched with a bit of creativity.
Roughly how many men are traveling, do you know?
My estimate, I wouldn't be exactly sure. I'm not privy to the information of the guard that was assigned, the platoon that was assigned to it, but I would assume that it would be at least one battalion.
Which is how many men?
One company.
Which is how many men?
It would be about 20 men.
About 20 men. Okay. Of those 20 men, how many, like, as far as skilled knights, like ones that would be in charge, how many would exist? Would there be
Most-
like one man
most
and then
would
like
have-
two below him?
Most would have probably one extremely skilled champion with them. The captain of the guard.
The one captain of the guard, he wouldn't have any like lieutenants with them or anything like that?
Not for something like this.
So
In other scenarios, I would agree. I would assume that they would, but most... You have the fortune that Lashava is a bit... how do I put it? Arrogant
I think that's a good
in
way
the
to
way
put it.
that they defend things.
Do you know which specific captain of the guard was assigned to this task?
Unfortunately, I don't have that information on me at the ready. I can only dig into this so much without raising an alarm.
What is the king's opinion of everything that's going on?
Which part of it?
About the shipment, about the raid. Obviously, he was notified that they're coming back with goods.
Well, I didn't inform him yet that there is a potential leak within.
No, that's not what
Yeah.
I'm referring to. Just in general, everything going to plan according to what the king knows. Was he informed
I can
about what was being shipped? Was he informed about the raid at all? Anything?
I'm not
as far
sure
as
if he knows.
messages?
I'm not sure if he knows what is being shipped, but
Not specifics in that sense.
he does know that a shipment is arriving from Lashava, and he was the one who conducted the order for the raid in the first place.
Thank you.
I would say that he's most likely quite thrilled.
I would be too. And again, it's going to be the 9th day of the month that it should arrive in town.
No, today is the 9th.
Today's the 9th.
It would be at the end of the week on the 13th.
The 13th is when it's expected.
Yes, that's when the charter is expected to arrive.
Okay. When it comes to these grand shipments and raids, has there ever been times where there were delays that wouldn't arouse suspicion?
Oh, certainly. You know, out in the countryside, there's a few unfortunate cases where certain roads and bridges are just poorly maintained. If you catch my drift.
I would agree. Thank you for answering my question, sir.
Certainly. Best of luck to you.
We shall return. And I just kind of like scoot over to Marcus.
Okay?
let's plan out our excursion and meet back here as soon as we have the item.
Sounds good.
Might as well.
All right, cool. I'll start walking.
Out of it.
Are y'all doing anything in the library, or do you want me to
I would.
just teleport you to the street?
I don't really want to peruse. This guy seems to kind of like know
I'm-
what's going on.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
he's
like
watching us.
libraries.
If you want to
Yeah, I
stick
wanna-
around,
Yeah.
I like learning.
I'm gonna look for a butcher shop to try to acquire supplies for the road.
And I want to go and have a conversation with Eric. I want to have a conversation with Eric if we get whenever we get time.
We can do it now.
Let me.
Here,
Let
yeah,
me
yeah,
start
right now.
Hold on.
So-
Let me start with Odiden.
Okay. 'cause I'm
So
gonna stay in the
Odiden, you're
library.
going. Yeah. Okay. So Odiden, you're gonna separate from the party temporarily, and you're going to head to the butcher shop. Inside the butcher shop, you see a portly old fellow who is holding a cleaver and looks like he just recently had or finished up some butchering.
Hello, good sir.
What can I do for you?
Well, my party recently arrived in town, and I would like to make sure we always have fresh meat. What are your options for either livestock to travel with us, or the freshest meat that can handle a few days on the road?
Well, I'm not a farmer, so I'm not one into selling actual fresh I'm not into selling livestock. You'll have to speak to the farmers for that, of course. But in terms of fresh meat, I can certainly help you out. Though, unless if you have some sort of means to smoke it or keep it cool, it's not something that is really going to last a while. I would suggest if you are looking for something on the road, perhaps some of my jerkies.
Of course. And how much does that cost?
Oh, well, let's see here. How much are you looking for?
Enough for 4 people for, let's say, a 3-day excursion.
3-day excursion. Let me ask you, how heavy of eaters are they?
Well, one's a fucking pig, but we're not gonna get into that one.
So 2
One-
rations a day for him.
Probably.
He smiles. I joke.
Honestly, he might end up eating mine too if I'm not careful.
Give me just a second. I'm pulling up the DMG. Where is the... Oh, you know what? That's not in the DMG. That's in the player's handbook.
Boy, hee hee.
Okay, so... You said for 4 people for 4 days, yes?
For 3 days, but you might want to make it 4 just in case, we got a glutton.
Okay, so 4 days. 4, so you need 16 rations. That will be 8 gold.
All right. Well, here we go. I appreciate your help. When it comes
Certainly.
to live animals for longer trips, is there a farmer you would suggest?
I mean, there's all kinds of different farmers throughout the countryside here. I'm not I don't always source from one specific farmer, just what I find in the market.
Yes. However, you surely noticed which farmers tend to have a higher quality meat. And I slide him an extra gold to freshen his mind.
Well, I mean, there is Farmer Alvarez. He's quite good at what he does. He takes very good care of his cattle. You can
Farmer
find
Alvarez.
him. Yes. He typically comes to the market on Sundays. Not. Ah! I said nothing!
Ah,
He typically comes to the market on Avadog. His farm you can find, a bit north of here, I would say about a day's travel.
and you said he arrives on Avadog?
Correct.
That's the last day of the week, but okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Though, do bear in mind that if you're traveling with livestock, that I'm not an adventurer, but that could be quite cumbersome. Most travelers try to keep it lightweight.
I'm just planning for potentially future excursions. It's good to know what resources are available. Whether or not I use them is something completely different. However,
Enough?
it's just good to know.
Well, you see him wrapping up a few pounds of meat and stuff like that, and he hands it to you. Are you all, lad? If there's
I
anything else that
appreciate
I can help you with.
That'll be it for now. I much appreciate the information you gave me, friend.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was
So,
16
now I'm going.
rations of jerky.
Yes, you have 16 rations of jerky. That will count just as
Probably normal rations, right?
yeah, just normal rations.
Gosh, those weigh so much.
Well, I also gave you guys a little bit of gold so that way you can invest in something that would be super helpful. Hint, 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 hint.
Yeah, that's what I was planning.
We could get a cart and a horse. But we all went separate ways, so.
Yeah, we'll touch back on that.
I'm going to jump now to Eric and manliness.
So I'm sitting at a table, just reading through these different parchments, and I'm just waiting for everybody to kind of do their thing. So I'm just kind of chilling here, rummaging, reading.
And I just pull up and I sit across the table from you.
I look up. Oh, what's up, manliness? How you doing?
You know, sometimes it's best not to ask too many questions or to try to push for information like that.
What are you referring to?
We pulled this mission so that we can get the artifact. We're not going to return it to him. We need to keep it for ourselves. The fact that you were pushing for information, he almost backed up.
He didn't back
And
up
was
at
like,
all.
you know what? He almost went back on us and said told us to leave. He almost.
He didn't.
You're
making
this
assumptions.
This
Manliness?
time, I'm gonna.
I understand where you're coming from, and I appreciate the thought, but back off. And I go back to rummaging through my paperwork.
Get spicy.
Don't say I didn't warn you. He's gonna walk away kind of aggravated. He just got told to fuck off.
In my head, like thinking, I start really being like, who can I really trust here? The only one in my eyes right now.
Karama will hop up on the table a little bit.
Yeah, so that's the only one that I'm honestly, it's Marcus in my head right now, and obviously Karama. Those are the only two that I currently trust.
Wow, Ziggy fell out of favor with you.
Well, Ziggy didn't really do anything to lose it or gain it.
I
Isn't it
don't
Granny Apple?
really care. I
Karama
haven't been
pops
trying.
up on the table though and is just kind of looking at you. You know he's got a point.
Well, Karama, what do you think? Because from where I'm seeing it, he is asking us to rob artifacts, dangerous artifacts, that the party that's shipping it is supposed to be hiding it, which is exactly the same thing that he's claiming he wants to do. That doesn't add up.
It is sketchy in itself, right?
Exactly.
But we were never planning on returning it to him in the first place. If this is indeed your grandfather's bow, we're not giving that back.
But we don't know specifically whose it is. These are rumors that there is potentially a chastable. We don't know that it's mine. We don't know whose it is. We don't even know what's in the box. All we know is that we're not supposed to open it, and we're also supposed to rob from people that were trying to protect it.
True, but it seemed to me that the Order of Calphenix had an interest in this regardless. I'm not sure that we should return it to Zentrum regardless.
I agree. I don't think we should return it to anybody. But that wasn't discussed with the party at all. Nobody's brought that point up, that they weren't going to give it to Zentrum.
I believe that is what Lok'Neda was getting at, was that it didn't really matter the details of this as sketchy as it sounds, because, believe me, it sounded sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, I don't need to believe you. That's exactly what I got from all of this. But nobody ever brought up that in our discussions that we were not going to give it to him. The mission was accepted. We took a small portion, and now not only if we keep it, we're going to have further issues with this guy because we're taking on a mission that we're not going to fully take over and do and honor on our way.
But this was something that the Order of Calphenix suggested that we do. I trust the Order. I was a member of the Order. I have worked with Zaragoza and... you know this.
No, I didn't. What were you doing as a member of the Order?
You do know that I was once a Herald of the Titans myself, right?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the Order?
Well, the Order of Calphenix has existed since the dawn of...
Who started
the
it?
Herald. The original Time Warden.
So the original Time Warden started the Order. And you've been a member of that Order in previous lives.
Well, I worked with him. I'm not going to say that I was a full member, but most of the Heralds assisted Cornelius' champion in doing the things that they needed to do to preserve the timeline. Nonetheless, I have worked with Zaragoza and I've worked with Akri a number of times as well. I trust both of them, and they did send us on this. They suggested we take this mission. Now granted, they are working on limited information as well. They may not know everything.
We're all working on limited information. That's the problem.
But the best way that we could figure out what we're dealing with is to do the mission up to the point of when we have this box that he's referring to, and then decide what to do from there. But we couldn't exactly discuss stabbing him in the back while he's in the same room. He is an Archmage after all. We don't know what kind of scries and stuff like that he had set up. So
the whole stabbing in the back wasn't even a thought for me, Karama. My initial thought in all of this was I am robbing from individuals that were meant to protect something, who then in turn give to someone that wasn't. So I understand that now
that they're
from
robbing...
speaking with you, specifically you, Karama, because nobody else has brought this to my attention, that our goal now is to intercept, steal, and not return.
Well, you do understand that this was stolen from Ithaca in the first place, whatever this is.
Yeah, I do understand.
So Lashava has no claim to it either, so we're not exactly stealing it from people who are meant to protect it. That in itself sounds like a line of bullshit.
I'm just listening to what I was told. I was told that both of these groups are seeking to protect it. That is what they're telling us. Whether or not that's true, I don't know that.
My point being is I think that Lok'Neda had a point.
Lok'Neda didn't bring up that point. Lok'Neda came at me and did not bring up a point. He just came at me.
Well, he had a
and I'm
point
not sitting. I'm not going to sit here for someone that I barely know that decided in the middle of the night to walk away while we were all hanging out, meeting each other,
he went to
exchanging information.
You do know that Blizzard folk
Rama,
are
do you believe that
typically...
he actually went to sleep that early
I don't
and left
know.
us alone?
Here's the thing.
You don't know exactly.
You've both been marked by the Titans. I trust him.
What Titan marked him?
Chronolius.
Chronolius did mark him.
Do you see the mark the same as I do?
Where's the mark? Where's it located on his body? Because I haven't seen it. He's been fully clothed.
You would have seen it on because
where?
you guys were showing that on his hand.
On his hand.
When he, yeah.
He didn't introduce with any of that. No, and I haven't shown my mark.
Well, when you guys were all spoken about as being marked by the champions.
Correct.
So
but
you do
none
know
of us
that.
showed our marks to anybody during that first episode.
No, didn't I raise my hand to show the mark? I thought I did
Yes.
that.
I don't remember
you
that
did.
happening.
Even if we
Well,
didn't
anyway.
show our marks, the gods introduced us as heralds of Titans to each other.
And that's yes.
So unless
Yeah.
you believe the gods are lying to us,
Why wouldn't I?
then I don't know why you would even be working for them anyways.
I was
For the
summoned
money.
that's
to
what's
work for them.
that's
I didn't
what,
have a choice.
That's what Karama. Karama is looking at you like, you know that Okaris
Also,
literally
Ziggy,
told you could go.
how are you talking? You're not with us.
No, that was her saying it out of character.
Oh, out of
I was
character.
trying to
Okay,
explain to you out of character.
Okay, got it.
Karama
Look,
is basically
I'm
saying
gonna be
the
honest,
same.
out of character right now. The assumptions that I needed to make, and I'm saying this completely out of character. The assumptions that I needed to make, I don't like. I don't like that I had to make all these assumptions during those conversations, because now I'm being fed all this information that wasn't initially presented to me, which is why I acted the way I acted.
Yeah, and the fact that
Well,
you were
Karama's-
pushing was the
Karama is speaking to you about it now.
Right, but like the reason I was pushing was because the way it was presented in the dialogue to me didn't make any sense. And I don't know if
Okay.
Eric,
that's a me thing.
last
Duly
week
noted.
we talked about taking this sketchy deal. Like last week when we played this game, we talked about taking this sketchy deal and stealing the item from the person. That's why even though we all knew it was sketchy, we were all going along with it because we knew we were just going to steal the item anyways, because that's what we talked about doing last
maybe.
week
Okay.
before
That I
we
don't
agreed
remember.
about
But
taking the
that's
mission.
Yeah.
literally just on me not remembering
Well,
that.
anyway,
Well, you know,
Yeah.
if we had
Anyway,
actually watched
moving
the
forward.
review instead of talked the whole time, we would have remembered.
Yeah, I was trying to do that.
okay. So moving forward, please.
yeah.
Karama is basically saying, look, I understand that the situation is difficult, but I trust them. And I hope you trust me enough to trust for now.
I look at Karama. I'm reluctant to admit it, but I nod my head.
These are the champions of the Titans. And I trust no one more than I do the Titans.
Ouch, he don't trust you.
And with that, he hops off the table. Are you doing anything else, or should I jump?
Oh, me? No, that was it.
Okay. Ziggy,
That
are
was
you
it for
doing
me.
anything specifically right now?
Looking at books. This is the library. What's cool in here? Anything about Volcanus? That's my guy.
You
Volcanoes?
would be able to find some.
What they got? Anything I don't know?
A lot of the books on anything that you found about the cycle in this particular library are very kind of shoved to the back of the shelves and kind of dusty and whatnot. But you do find some text on them and stuff like that. And again, it's mostly just tales talking about Volcanus and the cycle.
Boring.
Your selection here is kind of limited.
Okay. Okay.
But literally about everything else in terms of more carnal topics and stuff like that, there's an entire library full of this crap.
Man, what other things do I care about? Finding food. I guess I care about food. No, I don't. That's a lie. I don't, and I know that. Nah, I think that's pretty much all she would look for. Just take a quick look at that. And then oh, no, wait, actually, are there any books on glass blowing?
You do see, you would find a section that has things on the craftings of the world, and you find a book specifically on Econica.
Oh, heck yeah.
No, hold on. Bear with me!
Give me a
You
book.
find a book specifically from Econica that speaks about glass blowing.
Can I have it? Can I have the book? Can this be my book
I mean,
now?
it's there. You could
I'm
try and
reading it.
steal it.
Wait, it's a library. Can I not check the book out?
Yeah, you could check the book out. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna check the book out. I go, who do I check the book out with?
Did I not place
You
him?
didn't even think your library out. I can't believe this.
I mean, I guess
Are
you're
you-
just gonna pocket it.
Yeah, I just put it. I mean, who's gonna stop me? I have a big suit
I
of
mean, the
armor.
Archmage is just giving that as extra payment, whatever.
I mean, you don't have to return it.
Well, there is supposed to actually be an innkeeper up here, but you could do that. You could just yoink.
Could I do that? I'm in a town. Why am I trying to make enemies, you know?
Because
But,
they'll kill you if they see you.
I will say there is a desk that you'll. I will say that there is a desk that you'll find nearby, and you'll see a librarian sitting there.
Cool. I want to walk up to the librarian in my big suit of armor, and I'm just like, "What's the checkout process?"
Without looking up, they hear your voice and they're like, "Hello, dear," and then they look up and just their voice trails off. Do you have a membership with us?
No. Do I need to sign up for one?
Sure, I can assist you with that.
Great.
Could I get a name, please?
Vivian Sandy.
Okay, Vivian Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an address here within the city?
No.
Oh, you're an adventurer.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, well, in that case, I will have to ask for a deposit.
Oh.
Just, to cover the book in case you decide to, not return it.
That would be rude. Who would do that?
You see this look on her face like she's counting? Well, I'm sure you wouldn't, dear, but, just
course not.
protocol.
Right, for sure. How much is the deposit?
It will be 5 copper.
Oh, yeah, here you go. I hand over. Easy, no worries.
Book's not coming back.
I know that book isn't
That's
coming
mine
back.
forever. Cool. And then I say thank you.
And
Thank you
here
very
is your
much.
card. And I
Oh,
have
thank you.
already punched here that you are checking out this book. So if you return and wish to check something else out, please just return that book at your earliest convenience. She already knows that you're full of shit.
Absolutely. Thank
She
you
knows that
so
book is...
much. Thank you so much. When I return, I'll make sure to bring this book out. And I turn and walk out the door, already flipping through the book.
And you see a book full of different techniques and whatnot for crafting. It will take you time to read the book, but
Sure.
all in all, you will get some skill points towards
Nice.
glass blowing at the completion of reading that book. That will be an activity
Interested in
that you
this
can
skill.
do during your traveling and nighttime activities. That will be a task that you can do to read. That will give you progress within the book. Okay. So, does anybody have anything else, or are you all grouping back up?
I vote for grouping back. We still have to do some.
Yep.
I'm good. Just outside the
Yeah, that was
library
my-
now.
Okay. So
I'm
you all
waiting.
group up.
Yeah, I would have grouped back up too, I guess. I got to pass off some of these rations.
Berg, can you put us like next to I don't know, like one of the random things, like vendor spots.
Hold on, I'm
whatever.
looking.
You know what I'm talking about?
I was looking for Ziggy.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just put us all in front of one of the vendors.
I'm in the library.
I have you out.
Yeah.
Hold on.
We need more. Yeah.
I have you outside of the library.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, everyone, at first I would like to apologize for my actions. I haven't had the best time growing up. I opened up to all my father and what I've been dealing with. I'm not good with people that I meet the first time. New people. I just never want to put myself in a situation where I could be putting harm to myself, anyone around me. I do want to just apologize to you all. I spoke with Karama, and I understand now that your all's intention was not to get the box Centrum, but just to get it. I shouldn't have
I
been.
thought we all knew.
I never
Alice.
said we weren't giving him the box. I do have other options we could discuss.
Well, if the box truly contains a piece of your chasuble like we think that it might, there is in no way we would hand that over to someone else.
I mean, if we.
What? I do have a spell that can track an item up to a certain amount of distance. What if we gave the box over and then looted his entire stash?
Wouldn't be a bad idea either. Those are all good ideas. But we don't
You
know
do.
that it's the chasuble. We assume it may be. Every single person that we've spoken to has a reasonable suspicion that it is. Nothing is rooted in fact. But I do
That's
like
why we got-
Marcus's idea as well, that there's a potential that we could track it and then find other castables or other things we need. Because if they're transporting that one and they're putting it in protection, quote unquote, there's a potential that there are other artifacts and items that we could utilize that could
But
be
there
also in those.
does come a risk with that plan.
Of course.
If security is too tight, then we lose the item altogether.
True. But there were some questions that I did ask, and there were a reason. One question I asked was how long that it would take for them to get here, which Marcus had asked, and also if there's ever been any delays that have occurred with the resolution of it. We have at least 3 to 4 days to get this box and get out. And get as far away from Losharv as possible if we are choosing to keep it. If we're choosing to go with Marcus's route, we can make that decision. But that means between the days of travel to get to it and back, we probably have a day to actually get it. And then we have to decide what we're doing from there. So there is a time frame that we have to meet. And we know that there's most likely just one well-skilled companion, and then a bunch of just minor soldiers. There are 20, roughly. So now we have an idea of what we can take as to a cause of action, right? What steps can we take when we get there?
As a small detail, by the way, Karama right now is bunting Ziggy's leg.
Oh,
Oh, I looked down at Krama.
He's
What?
giving the signs of upsies.
Oh, I
For some reason, my Talespire
pick up.
crashed and it won't load back up.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Karama's looking over at Eric with the squinty eyes.
patting Karama's head gently with big metal hands.
I just give that like jealous look, like I can't even hide it. Just jealous.
Well,
Might
it's
work
nice
in
that you want. Well, it's nice that you want to get as much information as you can. You also have to realize that not everybody's going to be willing to talk like he was. We got lucky in that regard. There's a time and a place for.
He put up a quest
I.
and is asking us for help. We hold the cards. We can ask as much as we want.
Honestly, I think we asked about the right amount of questions. I would be suspicious of someone that didn't ask any questions at all.
Agreed. I think my direction was poor. And I do apologize for that. But I think the information that I got out of him is going to help us.
Well, it's good that we know
Krama will
that
pipe
there
up.
are
Oh.
regular delays, because it means that we could potentially get on and steal it while it's still on the boat before it ever makes it to port.
And not raise suspicion. It gives us basically an extra day to get where we need to get to.
Tell me, Granny Apple, you're good at tinkering. If we were able to get the box, would you be able to make a duplicate imitation one to put back in the soldiers' possession so they wouldn't even realize? The longer it
Maybe.
takes them to realize they've been robbed, the more of a lead we have.
And you could
I
mark
don't
that
know how
too.
exact of a duplicate I will be able to create, but I'm sure I can create something to go in its place to hide us for some
Karama
time.
is going to pipe up on this, though. I am a bit curious about the plan of trying to intercept this before it reaches port. From my understanding, it didn't sound as though that the delays were happening on the sea, but more of the travel between Port City and Lashava itself.
My
They
thoughts, Karama, were to get it while they were traveling, not on a ship. So to intercept before it got to the ship. Like in the land. Like they're going to be
Precisely,
pulling
the caravan.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
That's what I meant. I said shit. That's what I meant, though.
I was going to say, I don't think that we can all swim very well.
But I like what Marcus is saying. I do. I mean, I don't know how everybody else feels in the party, but if Granny Apple is able to make a suspicious enough where it like looks the same, and then Marcus can track that, not only will we get away, have the box, we'll also know where they're hoarding other items.
I do have to stay within about 1,000 feet of the item to know where it is, though.
But would the spell fade away if you were at 1,000 feet, or when you made it within 1,000 feet, it would alert you?
I believe the spell would fade away.
Ah, that's one.
However, I can recast it if I'm within the distance. But the one problem is, if the Archmage knows what's in there and opens it and finds it to be a fake, there's no way he would take it to his stash. The duplicate is more just to keep the envoy delivering it from sniffing us out. That's not for us to track into the secret lair.
Understood. And on a side note, Marcus, while we were in the library, you stepped away. What were you off to? What were you doing?
Oh, just murdering this and that.
Murdering.
Oh,
Nice. I
I'm
hold up
paying I'm
one of
paying
my
for
hands
murder,
for a high five.
As I hand everybody some jerky, I'm paying for murder. I have these
Oh,
things
I
killed.
immediately
Oh, okay,
pop
okay.
some of that
Gotcha.
jerky right on inside my
Yeah,
big
I add
metal
some of the
armor.
jerky to my inventory as well.
You
Just
each get
double-
4 rations.
4 rations. Okay.
Nice.
Just double checking. Karama is sitting there going, "It wasn't people you were murdering, right? This was."
Well, why
Please
don't you
ask
take
him
a
about
taste
that.
and tell me what it tastes like.
You can't understand Karama.
Oh.
Yeah, only I can. So Karama's I look at Marcus. Karama's kind of confused. This isn't people, right?
So anyway, shall we continue planning?
Yeah, sounds
okay.
good.
I look at Karama. But
Karama's looking at you like, "Sure, I'd eat that."
I take like one of the rations and just eat it just to prove to Karama that it's fine. I'll go minus 1 ration. I'll break
Piece
it in
of
half.
the
I'll
ration,
eat
right?
it first and be like, yum, and then I give it to Karama the other.
You could take a small piece off of it, and I'm not going to count you for eating the whole ration.
Okay, that works then. Thank you.
It is
okay.
not
I
a
got
human
it
meat.
from a local butcher. If it's people, I wouldn't know now, would I?
This is fair. I look back to the party.
they do.
Okay, so plans of actions. I say, since we now have this gold amongst our group, I don't feel that Marcus needs to really spend any of he already kind of borrows jerky, right? But I think we should pool together and get some supplies for this trip. I mean, it's gonna at least take us. We have 4 days in total, right? So I say it's gonna be probably a day. This is estimated, but I think it's gonna probably be a day of travel, a day to grab the thing back, and then another day to 2 days to get to another location. We're gonna need food. I think we should get a horse and carriage. It'll make it a lot easier and faster to travel. What do you guys think?
I think a horse and carriage would definitely be worthy investment. It is going to cost quite a bit, and we need to make sure we also bring food for the horse.
Anybody else?
I'm fine in seeing how much it would cost.
Okay,
I
so
don't think it's a bad idea. It just depends on if we can afford it. I don't know about your backgrounds, but I do not come from wealth.
Well, I've been having a rat steal 1 gold a day for me, so I don't come from wealth either. But I think better
Nice.
assistance
Honestly,
are-
I think that with the entire amount we were paid in advance, we have enough for everything, I think.
Okay, cool.
Well, let's make our way to a vendor with a horse and
A
carriage.
stable?
I guess wherever that would be.
I'll
We
get
could
the
also
supplies. You guys.
possibly,
Head off to a stable
if
then.
we
Yeah.
don't need
let's set up
the.
to a
If
stable.
we
You
don't
guys head off.
best of horses, we could also ask a farmer to buy his old horse or something. Which
Yeah, we're a mule. Like we don't need a horse, but we got to get there first and
I was gonna
find
say
out
it
what it's
depends
gonna
on
cost.
if speed is a big issue or not.
Speed is a big issue, right? Because we have a day to get to the thing. We're probably gonna need a full day to steal this up because I'm expecting us to do it at night, and then we're gonna need at least a day and a half to 2 days to get out of Dodge. That's the 4 days.
Of course. So we need to make sure that anything we have need of in this town is done by then.
Correct.
We still have another 6 days until we could visit with our otherworldly friends.
So
Let's
what
make
kind of
sure we're-
supplies? So what kind of supplies do we need?
Well, we're at the stable right now. I'm waiting
I
on
would-
Berg to introduce himself as this
I
vendor.
would
since they're giving
definitely
us-
say
Well, you guys are still
I know, I
talking
was
about
trying to
stuff.
stop her.
and cart. We definitely need at least an empty barrel for water.
Okay, well, let's.
This is here.
Hello,
I'll
good
go
sir.
get the water. I was trying to give you money.
Well, we have
Before I
it
went to
with
grab
us
the other
right
stuff.
now. We'll get the money after
No,
we talk to the guy.
I was going to grab some other. I was going to grab some of the other stuff while you guys went to grab the horse and carriage. So I was going to drop you some gold.
But we don't
I
know
have
how
a
much it's
spell
going
to
to be
create
yet.
clean water.
You
so-
guys could just stick
Yeah, we can
together
just
on,
stick
on
together,
this
it's not a
because
big
like
Okay.
because I can only take one person at a time anyway because
Right.
I'm one person.
Yeah.
So
So
noob.
we're at-
anyway, So you're at a stable. Greetings, good sir. How can I help you?
It's nice to meet you. We're heading off. We were looking to get ourselves a carriage to help with our load, and also get ourselves a horse or a mule. What would you recommend?
Certainly. Well, it depends on how much you're looking to spend, and also how quickly you're trying to travel.
Well, we would like to get to our destination in, I would say, a sunrise and a sunset in that time.
Okay, and how
So
far
about
are
a
you
day.
traveling?
Getting up the map.
We're heading to the port.
You heard to the port city. Well, port city is about a 2 days travel on horse.
Okay.
But
And-
I wouldn't recommend a mule. They're a bit cheaper, but they're kind of slow, and unless you're good with animals and stuff like that. You look like adventurers to me, which tells me that you might be using this a bit more than other people would. You're not looking to rent, I assume.
No, but I mean, if the mule doesn't listen, we can just eat it.
It's true. I look over at.
He just kind of has this look like, sure, I guess you could. That's a very expensive meal, though.
While that conversation is going, I look over at Karama. Karama, I know you can change into an animal once a day. To save us some funds, what do you think about turning into a horse? You would be faster than any horse this man could sell us.
I don't think I can travel into one that big.
You don't think you can transform into a horse?
You would
There are a
turn
few
your
limits to my.
friend into a pack animal.
There are a few limits to my power. I can't just turn into larger creatures like that.
Okay.
That is a limitation of Beast of the Land. Like, they can't turn into beasts of burden.
Okay.
I do apologize, Eric, but
No, it's not your fault. I'm brainstorming. This is all in my head. Nobody in the party hears this. Anytime I talk to Karama, none of you guys are hearing it.
Well,
Technically.
if you're looking for a horse, the horse itself, I assume you're just looking for a standard horse. You're not looking to go on any war campaigns or anything like that, where you need something, like one of the generals would use.
Just a pack horse.
I can sell you one for about 50 gold.
Okay. And how much would a carriage that could fit supplies and 4 people go for?
Well, I have 2 options for you. I have just a standard cart, or I have a covered wagon, which is a bit bigger and can carry a bit more. And that's up to you. Is 15 gold pieces, and the wagon is about 35.
I would suggest we start. Well, there's 2 things.
You'll need
The
a bit of
covered
food
wagon
as
would-
well.
Give us shade, protection from the weather if
Right.
needed.
That would be the That would be
But-
a larger one.
As we are just starting out, our funds are a little bit more tight.
Right.
What are the costs? Like it's a 20 gold difference.
It's 20
is
gold
what it
difference.
was?
Does anybody have a spell that like creates like a bubble or shelter that would do we have any of you
Not
guys
this
have that
level yet.
kind of
Not
spell?
not low. We're not high enough level for something.
Oh,
like
okay, that's a higher
Yep.
level. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we could always do that with just getting the wagon. So we're looking at a. You said the horse was 50.
Boy,
Okay, so we're looking at 85 versus 65.
that.
So far.
and the feed would run you about 5 copper pieces a day.
Oh, okay. And outside of thing, just asking you, Berg, how many copper and
Yes.
silver?
It's
It
10 to
is,
10.
yeah,
That's all in tens.
10 copper pieces, 1 silver piece.
Okay. Okay, so then we'll be fine because I have silver.
10
pieces.
silver pieces is 1 gold piece.
Okay.
Now here's a question: how long
I
does
was
the
just-
feed last?
1 day.
A day.
Oh.
No, without spoiling.
Yeah, without
Oh,
spoiling.
oh no, this won't spoil.
Okay.
Yes.
We would want to make sure we are well stocked up in at least 20 days or so. Who knows when we'll see the next town after we leave the port.
So
And-
I'm going to walk up to the guy, and I'm going to just plop down. What?
The feed is 10 pounds per as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, before you start just like throwing money, manliness, like we can DV it up. I'm just like thinking of logistically here. So
You guys- Trust me, I got the money to cover this. Well, you can buy the feed. You guys
You
can pay
have
for
you
the
have
feed.
almost
more
100
than
gold.
just what was given.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's different. So
I
don't.
only had 15 when
Yeah.
we started. You sound
I didn't
bitch.
even have 15. I had silver.
You
and
all
one
had
gold.
different
I worked.
You all had different backgrounds.
Yeah. I have like no
Yeah.
gold, so I was assuming a lot of people. Okay, so if you got all this money, go for it. If it's not gonna
I
break
just
your
dro- I-
wallet,
I plopped down a bag of 85 gold. I'm like, so
you're
that should be
going-
enough for the carriage and the horse.
I'll take care of the
You
feed.
guys could, yeah.
So you're going with the wagon then, yes?
Yeah, we're gonna go with the
Yes.
bigger, the wagon with the protection.
Wonderful.
I suppose it makes sense to have one person purchase and be the overall owner, so that if the party goes its own way, there's no arguments about who owns what.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I suppose you'd like to choose a horse. I'll take you to the stable and I'll have my assistant start getting your wagon ready.
When you name it, you should name it HOARSE.
I have, if there's a lot of horses, I can speak to them, so I can kind of find out like which one's gonna be good. And then yeah, man, if you
It
want to
just-
name it, go for it. But I can.
I just pat you in the back and I push you forward like, it's all you.
All right, and I just follow. I follow the stableman over to where the horses are gonna be.
Okay.
So,
See a number of horses there. You see, I would say that these four are probably your best bet. There's good, strong horses from a good, strong bloodline.
I'd like to like look at all four and just like try to see which one I think, without talking to them yet, is like the best one. I don't know if I have to roll for that.
Okay. Roll. I'm gonna have you roll 2 checks here on this for me. I'm gonna have you roll an investigation check, and I'm gonna have you roll a animal handling check.
Okay, investigation first or animal hunting first?
Doesn't matter. Both are going to influence it.
Okay, but one's a modifier, one's not, so it's gonna matter. So I'll just roll right now.
Well, yeah. You're gonna roll both either way. It's just you're going. Each one has a set of information that you'll get from it,
Right.
depending on how much you roll.
Okay. Okay, so on animal handling, I got a 18, and on investigation, I got a 7. No modifier.
Okay. You attempt to look over the horses and stuff like that, like looking for anything. You don't really see anything like that jumps out to you as like, oh, these horses look, sickly or whatever the case. But when you roll animal handling and stuff, or I'm sorry, when you go over and start thinking about from your history of dealing with animals and whatnot, you do look over it and stuff. You see that all 4 horses seem very healthy. You don't see any issues with them in that regard. It seems that this particular stable handler is an honest man and does good work and treats his animals very well. He is being honest with you in this regard in terms, from what you can tell thus far, that all 4 of these horses do appear to be quite well bred. There is among them one horse that does look a bit stronger than the rest of them.
Okay. But I don't know which one. So I'm gonna then, because I didn't roll well.
No. You can tell which one.
Oh, okay. So great. Then I don't have to waste a spell slot. I'm gonna pick the one that I think is the best of the 4.
Okay.
And I start.
That one there? Okay.
Yeah, I start leading him with his rein towards back to the party.
Well, hold on. Let me do some things and get him set up for
Oh,
you
he's not set up.
before
Oh, I
you
assumed he...
take him. Nope, I just had him in the stable and stuff like that, but I'm gonna get you a brand new bitten girdle.
Can you also put new horseshoes on his feet?
Absolutely can.
Thank you. Want to be fresh.
I'll get him set up and ready to go for travel. You won't have to do a thing.
Horseshoes of the Zephyr?
No.
Huh? I start walking back
Nice
to the
try.
party.
Right.
Yeah, so I investigated the horses he had that he showed me. They all seemed really good. One did stick out to be better than the rest, so I picked up that one. He's shoeing him right now, getting him all set up for us.
Perfect.
And it's about an hour later, and he does come back out with the horse. Okay, all set up and ready to go.
I start leading the horse to Manliness. All right, Manliness. What would you name this fine steed?
I mean, all I did was pay. You're the one that picked him out.
Yeah, but you paid for it. Your horse.
Crane, look at messages.
I do. Do you really want to call it that?
I hate you. I'm not. We're not doing that.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But yeah, what do you want to name him? Because he's gonna be your horse. You're paying for it. I just made sure I did my part and got you the best one.
He's our horse.
He's our horse. Okay.
So, our house in the middle of this.
Yeah, I knew what you were doing.
I honestly didn't think I get to name a horse today. Oh, jeez. I thought somebody.
So its name is OG's got it.
No. Granny Apple, what would you suggest? Let's be fair. We'll all throw a name in there.
Me? I get to pick a name for the horse?
You can just
get to
toss
throw
in a
a
name.
suggestion.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I look around. Berg, what do I see nearby?
Okay.
A crab.
Berg, what do I see
So
nearby?
you would be in the residential district right now.
Sure.
You would not be in the central district at this point, which I don't have the map for. So
Cool.
you would see a number of apartment buildings. You would see the central bridge and stuff like that has a bunch of banners and stuff above it. Similar to like if you see where all the guards are walking and stuff like that. That road extends out and forms like a walkway that is above the residential district. So you would see that. You see some litter on the ground and stuff like that, which is mostly just like news and scraps and stuff like that.
Perfect, thank
that
you.
are on the...
So I look around for a little bit after you ask me this, and then I go, newspaper.
You looked around, didn't you?
What? Don't worry about it.
Marcus,
I think newspaper is a great name.
I second
Marcus,
thee.
Yes.
What do you suggest?
Well, I'm sorry, but I trust in Granny Apple. You gave her a decision. Now you must abide by the decision. Do we not place trust in each other's decisions?
agreeing with this?
Newspaper it is. Where is the bird?
Oh, no.
Bird. Where does the horse react with that?
It just snorts.
Lok'Neda, if you don't like someone's methods, then maybe don't rely on them so much. This is a lesson.
I think she came up with the name Granny Apple.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Out of character, I just love that that's canonically a thing for thinking.
Yeah.
Look around. Oh,
Yeah.
Literally.
so good.
I
He-
think that
he
that's what
asked
she was
that-
snacking
what
on when
she-
she was making her character.
No.
I was eating an
She
apple.
asked me when she was creating the character. She's literally. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, you would be walking into a dead end, and you get stopped by someone who's basically just asking who you are, and she's like, "Berg, what do I see?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What do I see?" I was like, "I'm looking around. What do I see?" It's like, it started describing what you would see at the gate of dead end and whatnot. I was like, you would see some food stalls. What's in the food stalls? Like fresh produce, fruits, and stuff like that. Are there apples? I was like, yeah. All kinds of different apples? Sure. Granny Apple.
Yep. What's happening to me? What's up, guys? It's me, Grey Apple. Hey, what's up?
Well, I guess it's been decided then.
Newspaper. It
Right,
is.
At
Newspaper
the
it
horse's
is.
back. Newspaper. Our
Oh,
fine
alrighty.
steed.
I didn't ask you. What does this horse look like? Like, what colors is it? What breed?
He would be a brown horse
Okay.
that has a
Chestnut.
white streak on. Yeah, chestnut colored.
Mm-hmm.
And has a white streak on its nose.
Aw.
So would it be like a bay or a Rowan? What type exactly?
Well, I don't know horses.
It's probably a Mustang. They're brown.
Berg, you're really
The
gonna
DM
upset
doesn't
the
know his
horse
horses.
girls.
No, well, just-
Yeah,
it's a
Berg, you
Mustang.
gotta get on the specific horse type. You're gonna get some really upset comments if you don't know what kind of horse we got.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't mean for it to be this in depth. I just wanted to know coloring.
Well, I'm gonna jump on that wagon.
It would be an
Eh.
American quarter horse, except obviously it wouldn't be called an American quarter horse.
American quarter.
It would just be referred to as a quarter horse.
It's an Ithacan quarter horse. Got it.
And then
No,
I,
if
I
anything,
jump on
it'd
the
be
wagon
a,
as well with Marcus.
If anything, it'd be a Charadarian quarter horse.
That was a figure of speech. I jump on the bandwagon. I jump on the wagon.
Oh, I thought you actually like went into it because I'm in it now.
Oh,
I climbed
No,
in.
I was-
I'm ready to go.
no, you were asking all the questions
Okay.
about the horse, so I was jumping on the wagon with that.
Oh, okay.
Just a reminder, some of you have some of your personal effects that are not currently on you.
Personal effect.
Hint, hint.
What?
Well, we still
Who
have a
does?
couple days to go back to the inn and pick stuff up.
Okay.
Wait,
Did
why
people
why
leave
would
their
that
stuff
happen?
places?
Because
Because-
Odiden left some things in.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I
worries.
have a
as
lot
long
of-
as
I had
there's
a-
a specific reason.
before
I was
I
making sure
joined
I didn't
everyone,
forget
We can
something.
just
I had to
ride
have
the
a wagon
wagon
for
to
all my
where we're
stuff.
going.
Mm.
Yeah, you have a wagon now.
Yeah, we have a wagon, so we can go wherever we need to anyway.
Yeah, but so Odiden actually has a room within the chapel
Okay,
Oh,
so let's
nice.
go
that
to
he
the
left
chapel.
some of his stuff in.
Bro.
I hand the reins to Marcus. Lead the way.
I hand the reins to Granny up. Lead the way.
Where are we going?
Yeah, where are
I,
we
I
going?
Chapel.
immediately start like moving with the horse, and I'm like, "Where are we going?"
That way somewhere. The tall building.
Wait, did Manly
Um,
jump in the wagon with us?
Just start.
Or we just leave
just
it
I'm
you-
behind?
walking along.
Oh,
I'm
you-
walking along with it.
So you guys would be in a different section of the map, but I am going to basically just plop you in front of the chapel,
Yeah, please.
Good. That seems good to me.
which
I
is
already
not
found
actually
those
far
guys.
from where you guys are.
You
Yeah,
know,
but-
Eric, I thought being a tracker, you'd have better sense
There
of
you go.
direction.
I don't know where the chapel is. I've never been there.
Okay, you guys are standing in front of the cathedral.
Cathedral. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know where this was in the map because I'd never. my
Cathedral, I
character's
know where
never been
that
there.
is. My bad.
And there you are.
All right. So, what are we doing here, Marcus?
I'm just grabbing a few belongings. I'm going to talk to the priest and make sure there's nothing else I need to do before heading out. We still have
Okay.
a few days. Do we want to all go do our own thing for a couple days, or do we want to meet, stay together? What's the game
A
plan
couple
here?
days. We have 4 days to get this and get out of Dodge.
I thought that we had to. Oh, we have to be there in 4 days, which means
No.
No,
We
no.
have 4 days in total for that caravan to make it to Lasharva.
Yeah.
No. That's not what was
it
said.
arrives in port in 4 days.
Oh,
It
port.
arrives.
Sorry.
Yes, the charter is arriving in 4 days, and
so
it
I did
takes.
remember correctly. Okay.
It would take. It would be a 2-day travel with horse to Port City.
Right.
But I would assume that you're not intercepting it within the city.
No,
Correct?
we're just doing it before, so
No.
we have a day.
No.
a day and a
No.
half.
I would suggest.
You can't intercept it beforehand because it's going to be on the ocean. It's arriving in Port City and then it's going by caravan to Lasharva.
Right. So we're
I-
gonna stop it when it's a caravan.
Correct.
I would suggest.
So you have a
that
couple
we
days
head
at this
out
point.
tomorrow, after we've finalized our supplies, and we go at a slow pace and look for good potential spots to ambush them, along with good escape routes. Because after we get it, we're still going to be able to escape. So we want to make sure we have both a smash and grab and the ability to get out.
Planning
Okay.
an
So I
escape
think we
route.
would need at least half a day to set that up.
Well, yes, but that's why instead of going at the full speed forced march to get there on time, I say we head out tomorrow and take a slow, luxurious path that's not strenuous on the horse. because we're going to need it to be able to move fast when we need it to move fast. We don't
That
want it to be
sounds
tired.
good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Did we require a barrel? I can create fresh water.
So I'm
But-
gonna, like you had suggested, Marcus, while you're doing your thing, we're all gonna go do our own thing. Obviously, we have to do one at a time. So I'm just gonna let everybody else do the things they're gonna do, and then I'll be last. Because, Burry's gonna have to interact.
Yep.
But a barrel is something I'm going to buy, so you guys don't have to worry about that.
Honestly,
Alright.
just unless you guys want to specifically do anything, just give me like a list, like in the general chat of the shit that you want
Oh, okay.
to prepare for this.
Um,
And I'll
did we buy
give you the
feed?
total.
we didn't buy
gold.
feed for the horse.
We did buy feed.
There-
I did.
Okay, you did.
How many days did you buy?
4, and it was 5 per day. Copper.
You only bought 4 days worth. Okay.
Well, it's only
Oh,
that's all.
if I'd known
we're
that,
gonna
I
be
would have bought
traveling.
more.
Okay,
No,
well,
because we're
I
gonna
mean, I
do-
didn't say how much. How much would you guys suggest?
I was going to suggest 20 days worth because
Okay.
we need to
Okay.
grab. And we're not going back to town right away. We don't know the next time we're going to come across
So
town.
one of you, I would say Lok'Neda, since he's the one who paid for it, put the wagon on your add it to your inventory.
And the
It's going to create a separate container, right? Or whoever wants to do it and manage the cart's inventory.
let Lok'Neda do.
Um,
And then he'll add the feed, and I'll take away the silver.
I mean,
all
I
of-
can manage.
actually, here's the thing. All of you can add a wagon to your... All of you can add the wagon to it. We'll do it that way. Everyone can add a wagon to it, and I'll just keep track of the weights separately. So that way, if there's specific stuff that is yours, you can keep track of it instead of sending it all over to Lok'Neda's. I think that's the easiest way to do that. Send me a list in general of everything that you want. If there is anything that you want to do here specifically roleplay-wise that isn't necessarily buying, we'll handle it that way. And I'll just give you a price for everything that you're looking to buy. If you're shopping for things and you're not exactly sure what you want, that's different. We'll roleplay that.
So it's 1 feed per day, right?
Yeah, 1 feed
Okay.
per day.
So it costs a gold for 20 days, so I'll just go down to 20.
Yeah.
I could have pitched more towards that. I have a little bit left over.
No, because like Lok'Neda paid for the horse and the wagon. I paid for the feed, which was only 1 gold, which isn't that big a deal, and you paid for the jerky. So I think that's fine. I'm also gonna go out and buy a barrel.
And Granny Apple will pay for bribing the guards or eating them, whatever.
I mean, what if she wants to do?
Don't volunteer my money. Hey.
Oh, it's muted. Oh boy. I got one quick question though.
Yeah.
For bullets, would that be blacksmithing to make them?
You could go to a blacksmith. You could go to a Fletcher.
For bullets?
I'm going to say that, yeah, the Fletcher would also have bullet stuff.
Wait, why?
Okay.
You may have a little bit of a harder time in Lasharva, though, because guns are not as popular here. A lot of the guns here are flintlock stuff.
Yeah. No, I know. I was just saying. What would I?
You would actually... Sorry, I'm thinking about this now. You would actually need to see an Artificer.
Granny Apple.
You could ask Granny Apple to make you them as well.
If you have the skills.
You'd have to get the materials for it and stuff like that, though. And it would be based upon her skill as an Artificer, as to the success rate of it.
So the
But yeah, you
bullet
would
might
need-
explode in your gun.
You would need to see a an Artificer in this section of town. Lasharva does not have modern guns.
Yeah. Okay.
Bird, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take the horseshoes of Zephyr off of Marcus because he's overweight.
I
What
don't
do you
have
mean the
horses
horseshoes of-
Zephyr.
Hold on.
Oh, we don't have that.
No,
No.
I'm just showing you what I was talking about when you
Oh.
asked.
No, you do
Wait.
not. No.
So when you
No.
put horseshoes on the
Yeah.
horse, they were just regular horse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Stop messing
Nice
with me.
try.
I'm trying to like collect everything. All right, so I got the feed. That's in the wagon right now. I'm gonna let everybody else do their thing, and then I'm gonna do what I'm doing.
I'm pretty
Trying
much.
to pull one up over on me.
That's why I
Sure.
want to be. I want to be as transparent as possible. You said in
I don't know what
general.
you're talking
what's
about.
that bird?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is it is 8:30 right now.
Mhm.
So we're gonna take a 10-minute break. Right, so you guys finish your shopping spree, come back, and load up the cart.
All right, so I guess we should tell each other kind of what we got here. So I picked up a barrel and some salt, so we can preserve some food while we're traveling. If we, I'll take care of hunting, if need be. So also some things that I have on me that I think you guys should know about, because this could help us in our our interception or while we're traveling. During the freeing of Talon's men on the shoreline, I stole a horn, like a war horn, from one of the guards. So I have that, so I can use that for signaling. I can use that as diversion, all that kind of stuff. So if I ever need to stay watch for you guys, I can pull that, wake you guys up. I also have rope, so if we need to tie anything, any of that kind of stuff. I also have a torch, and I have oil that I stole. I have a full flask of oil, so if we need to do anything with that, I have it.
Oh, Berg, you never gave me a price for the 20 pythons.
Oh. $5 copper pieces per.
Okay, so times 10 would be 5 silver.
And they're a quarter pound each.
So 10 silver. Okay, got it.
I also have the ability to cook food. I have a small mess kit that can double as like a frying pan, a cooking pan. So if we need to like cook anything, like we don't have to eat raw food or raw meat and stuff.
Well, Ziggy can also do that because she has cooking utensils, because she has a Artificer's tool.
Oh, sick! Perfect.
I've got brewer supplies.
That's good for making alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can have any tools. What do you need? I can have it.
Omni tool. Ha ha ha.
I have every tool. So
You have every tool. I might end up selling. It is 1 pound.
1 pound is nothing. You know that, right?
For me, it is.
Okay.
Brother, you have a wagon.
No,
Also just get a
Lok'Neda
bag
has a
of
wagon.
holding
He's
if you're
kindly
not
letting us
fussed
use it.
about weight.
Are you calling me fat? Are you fat shaming me right now?
I said just get a bag of holding.
Carrying capacity, yeah. So I
Oh,
can
I don't
literally
have the
carry
gold
everything
for
in my
that.
bag.
This Ziggy's just like, just get a bag of holding, nerd.
Yeah.
Just
like,
go find a bag of holding. Not everybody's an artificer, Ziggy.
Just
I also
go
don't
get
have
a
money to
bag
buy
of
one.
holding.
That's super
How many
expensive.
points? Wait, actually, I was gonna say, how many points in Artificer do I have to go to get a bag of holding? But with a
Two.
-1 in intelligence, I don't know if I'm gonna successfully make one.
I don't have good.
No,
It's
it has
like a
nothing to
box
it's
of
not
holding.
it's not a check.
Basically a chest.
It's not
Well,
a check.
but you have to have a base level intelligence
But yes,
to multi-class into Artificer.
correct. That's what I was about to say. I didn't finish, but yeah. Yeah, I think you need 14 in order to multi-class into it.
13.
I didn't
whatever.
multi-class, did I?
Do you need a base 13 for any of the ones you have to multi-class
Anyway,
into?
so you guys load everything up, and the cart is ready to go.
Is this
Did
the
you notice?
same night or the next day? We're leaving early the next
Well,
morning. right?
it was the morning when we went to talk to the guy because we had spent
Yeah, I
the
figured
night.
it's probably.
So
When you
it
came,
should be,
when
like,
you came,
evening.
when you came out, it was afternoon, and then you have gone shopping, so it is now evening.
Right.
I've already messaged Berg about my nighttime activities.
So the question is, guys, do we travel at night or do we take a long rest and travel in the morning?
I'd say a long rest, so we're refreshed. Since I've used a couple of my abilities and you've used some spells today.
Yep, I have. I agree with the long rest.
I'm fine to rest.
Before we all split off for the night. I'm going to use a crate water on one of the barrels to fill with fresh water.
Mine's empty. You can fill it.
Well, either way, either one. And it creates up to 10 gallons of clean water within an open container.
Do I put
Alright.
this barrel
Oh,
You click on the barrel, there's a move option, and you move it to the wagon.
yeah. Yep.
How do I move this sleep spell
Yeah, I
to the
don't see
wagon?
the move option.
So if you click on it, on the
Yeah.
far right, but it pops something up, the middle buttons usually move. And you choose where you want to move it to. Okay,
I see add item, content.
I never added the barrel. Let me see. Hold on, let me.
Oh, wait, I see
barrel.
it. Oh no, see,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay,
it.
I know what I have to do.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, like the wagon
You
shows
click
the
the-
move tag.
Okay, well, the barrel's not actually weighing you down either. If you look,
it's
it
adding
didn't.
72 pounds.
Yeah, but if you look, like, if you delete the barrel, it doesn't affect your actual weight carried.
Oh, okay, then I can just.
Don't worry about it right now. We'll fix that.
No, it's,
Don't worry
it's
about
not
it right now,
affecting
we'll
his
fix it
actual carry
after,
weight, so it's
um,
fine.
Yeah, it's not effective.
Okay, but that's fine. We'll worry about this after the recording.
Yeah.
But you do see a familiar figure sitting atop your wagon.
Oh my god, it's a kitty cat. Is it his rat? Is it the rat that steals gold?
No.
Is it a
That's what I
crow?
I knew it was a crow. Come on now. Hello,
Greetings,
Akari.
travelers.
I start showing the book. I got a book. I'm like flipping through it, showing it.
I see you have taken an interest in the activities of the previous champion as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she would be honored.
Yep, I'm gonna learn to make really cool things like she did.
I came to just get a bit of an update on anything that you all might have learned.
It looks like we have been hired to collect an unknown box with an unknown item in it that
I see that.
potentially carries something powerful. We were planning on leaving a little bit earlier than needed to scout the area and plan ahead.
That sounds like a wise idea.
I've been known to be wise. 16.
Mhm.
Anyway.
I believe one of you actually has a few tools that might be of assistance to you. You see, one of you can disguise yourselves at will, and one of you also has a war horn. Both of these things could potentially deal with your god problem. Just an idea from an old crow.
You and I got the same ideas.
So, you stole the horn from who?
During my time with Talon freeing his men, I basically killed a lot of the guards. So I rummaged through one of the guards' corpses and took the horn.
He actually
Maybe
has a
we shouldn't
Lasharvan.
be say.
He actually has a Lasharvan warhorn.
Yeah, I have a Lasharvan warhorn.
Which would call all these guards to help them fight. Is it a
Or
fun way to fight?
it would think that they have their allies and they may go towards the horn. It's a Lasharvan warhorn.
Depending on the blow, it could be used to signal distress or to signal oncoming charge.
So it's meant as a
Do we-
tool to distract. And then
Do
we have
we
someone that
know-
can disguise, which is meant to be a tool to distract. There are two
Do
options.
we know how to blow it to signify the different
I do.
colors?
I can
I'm I'm originally from Lasharva. Still raised here.
I can also show you all, as I've heard it a number of times.
Show away.
And he
Would
will
it be safe to
present a
show it
mental.
here? Okay.
We're in Lasharva.
But what I'm
Akri
saying
looks
is,
at you. Akri tilts his head at you, and he's like, "Of course, I'm not just going to make a sound like that. I have psionic powers." He's going to give Eric. Sorry, I was about to say Rantolo. He's going to give Eric a mental. Eric will hear within his mind the two different horn sounds.
Guys, I know Kung Fu.
What the I've given you what you need now. I look forward to hearing from you all shortly. If you need anything, just holler. Sometimes I'll hear you.
Thank you for your wisdoms.
Flies off.
So there you
I
have
hop
it. We
right on in the carriage immediately and take a nap in the carriage.
I pick up Kurama, jump in as well.
Are you all just sleeping in the cart?
No,
I
I
mean-
pay for an inn when I have a cart, you know?
no, I'm gonna post the cart towards to Chimera's thing, and then whoever else wants to move the cart wherever they can. But I'm going to Chimera's apartment and sleeping there.
I'm going to a random tavern and sleeping.
You're gonna pay for a tavern cost? Tavern room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got the money.
This rich bitch.
Yeah, seriously.
My God.
Smart.
How fancy of a room are you paying for?
It's just somewhere in the middle where I know
Okay.
like nobody will come in.
It will cost you 5 silver pieces. I'm gonna say with food and drink and everything of you taking care of yourself, the total expenses at the tavern is gonna cost you 1 gold. Okay. Where are y'all leaving the cart? Y'all just leaving that outside, or?
Well, that's up to, I guess, Marcus.
Well,
the last
I'm
one to be
in
there.
it.
I mean,
I'm in
someone's
it,
already sleeping. I'm
And
just gonna.
I am fully asleep already.
I'm just gonna
it's
sit in the
bedtime.
driver's seat and just do my little trance since I don't have to sleep.
Okay.
Although, yeah,
Are you guys parked outside the inn with
Well, I don't know, wherever
with
you left it,
Lok'Neda?
I guess.
Or are you
Yeah.
guys with me?
I probably took it outside the inn.
Okay, so
Okay.
then I'll have to walk to you guys, but that's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. So
well,
you're
we can go
going
pick you up
to-
in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. You guys can come pick me up.
By the Burgundians.
Um. Roll me the appropriate check, Odad.
Remind me in chat which one it is again.
It was a
Wisdom?
yeah, it was a straight wisdom.
No bonuses or anything?
Nope.
Oh, never mind on that one. I rolled a 4. My dice are just hating me tonight.
You do not successfully start it.
Okay. Well, then...
But it will still consume the regents.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, is that not what you were doing? Oh!
Yeah. That.
Give me just a moment, everyone.
Yeah, do your thing.
No rogue.
Uh-oh. They're dead. Long live Bergen. Dayton, good job.
R.I.P. This is
Wait,
so
what?
sad. They
I was
died.
making a joke.
Oh. I'm sleeping.
We're all sleeping.
Not Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to sleep.
Nope.
I'm gonna find out why. While they're doing that, Syziggy or you guys know how much water a barrel holds?
No. According to Google, it holds between 31.5 and 42 gallons of liquid.
Because I might not always pull the water from that barrel. I have a water skin to make Marcus like constantly cast his spell if we end up going through it. It's annoying to waste a spell slot. You know what I mean? I'm probably just. I have a lot of water in this.
You can fill it with 40 gallons.
40 gallons.
So,
Okay.
but I think you already put 10 in there, so you got
Yeah.
30 left. You have enough for 30 more gallons.
What, in the water skin or the barrel?
Gallons. The barrel.
Oh no, he filled
Barrel.
that thing to the top.
No, he
Oh, I
filled
thought
it
you said you
10
only filled 10 gallons.
Oh,
He
he only put
filled
10
it.
gallons?
Oh, he
10
did.
gallons is all that he can put because that's all that his spell creates.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. They're back.
Ah,
So
I
is
need-
he dead? Did he die?
I need to heal myself.
So you all, does anyone want to do anything before the night closes?
No. Probably do something in the morning, but not right now.
No.
Okay. Then morning arrives.
Can I wake up first?
Sure.
I mean, technically, I'm up first, but
Well, Marcus is awake. He's chilling in the cart, but
Okay. So yeah, Mark, if you want to go, then that's fine.
No, I'm just chilling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to go first,
if
yeah.
you're
I'm
looking
just-
to do something, yes.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, throughout the night, I was sleeping, but my anxieties were getting to me, and I kept thinking about what Lok'Neda said about Chimera, and how he was being used as some sort of puppet or something along those lines. Being that I'm in Chimera's apartment, I start rummaging around through like books and stuff to see if I can find like a journal maybe to see if there's any signs of him realizing that maybe he's in control at some point.
Roll a investigation check.
I'm good at those.
I got a 15.
Those are not bad.
I have no modifiers, so that was just a straight 15.
You do recall that before Chimera left the apartment, he was grabbing a whole bunch of books and stuff like that as he realized that you were kind of snooting around a little bit. However, as you're looking through the shelves and stuff like that, you feel one of the backs of the shelf wiggle.
I would like to push it or feel around like, why is this wiggling? Why is this loose? Like, can I pull it out?
Yeah, you realize that it is a false backing. And you notice a number of a few papers and stuff like that in there.
Okay. I grab them and I start ruffling through for any thing that's important. Anything to note. Kind of skimming.
It is a journal from Chimera.
I would like to pocket it.
Okay.
Add it to my inventory and read it. I'll read it during our travels. Like,
Okay.
I'll keep reading. Like
I'll
keep
use that.
referencing it.
That will be doing your day actions and stuff like that when we get to the travel portion.
Right. Exactly. And then I start heading
or
down to
night
hear the
actions.
carriage.
Sure. So you head down then. Does anyone else want to do anything before you all head out?
Need breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay. That'll cost you.
Cost me. I can't
You're-
find a rat on the street.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Four.
You don't know what it is, but like today, you just can't seem to find one. It's as though the
Yeah.
moment that you started looking for rats and stuff like that, they just suddenly went extinct.
It's so clean out here.
Did I notice her looking for a rat?
Probably not. You probably just saw a big hunk of armor just like trotting off somewhere.
Yeah, I
Fair
just
enough.
get out of the cart for literally no reason, say nothing, walk like 10 feet away and go in a couple circles and then come back looking kind of sad. Like a minute later. Yeah, I don't look very long.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was looking for some rats to eat and I couldn't find any.
Maybe I should try my hand.
For rats, you'll help me find them?
Of course.
Oh,
I'd like to
good.
make a check to try to find a rat.
Okay.
This dice has
Roll.
done good the last 2 rolls. Let's see if it
Roll
flips me.
perception.
Nat 20. Okay.
No fucking way.
We
I
find
will send you a
every...
picture.
Hey,
I
Bert,
will
we
send you a
find
picture.
every rat in the city.
I
No,
will-
that's a second nat
That's
20
2
in a
nat
row. What
20s
the
in like 3
Let's
rolls.
go. You're so powerful.
I'm sending you a picture right now.
Give me every rat.
I believe you. Okay, so as though the heavens opened up and where you once thought rats were extinct, it's suddenly like Marcus is pointing out a whole bunch of them.
Whoa, there's so many
I
rats.
cast the sleep spell. How many do I get? How many? Let's roll this shit.
Roll, huh?
I'm
It's
glad
only
I'm
the
not
first level.
witnessing any of this.
Let's see. It's
You're not
Roll a
there.
d6.
a D6. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a We're going to kill some, so let's roll the skull die. 2.
Okay. You find 2 rats that are hit by that.
Okay.
And so you have 2 rats that fall asleep to your sleep spell.
I will hand them over to Granny Apple.
Cool, yeah, that's my breakfast. Those just go. I pop the head comes off of the robot just for a second to pop those rats on inside the robot, and you don't know what happens to them, but they're
Well enough.
not there anymore,
Fair enough.
Well enough.
and I'm very full.
I gotta stop using that dice for a little bit. It's probably used all its good luck up for the day.
I finally make it to the cart and I just greet everybody. I have no idea what just happened. I
I'm
don't
not.
want to know.
Mm.
I am a friend of all animals. I will not.
I
will
just hope it
witness
wasn't your friend, you rat, that was collecting gold.
No, it's not. He's in the tavern thing. He can't get to this plane.
You don't know that.
No, I do know that. He's on the magic map.
Lok'Neda, are you doing anything?
No, I think I'm already ready to go.
Okie dokie. So all of you get in the cart and you begin your journey.
Before we head
Heading-
out, has everybody
Okay.
gone to the bathroom?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
No,
I
but
think
I
we're
have
all
the
good.
pouch in here for that, so we're good.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
not turning this
I
thing
look
around.
over at Grand Apple with just
Yeah, it's
absolute
terrible.
disgust. Like, you pee in it?
Well, that's a bag of holding. It can hold a lot.
What? I don't pee
That's
into a bag
not
of
what
holding.
she's saying. Oh my god.
I know.
All right, so you all
Oh my god.
you all head to or begin your journey out towards that area. That is where we are going to call it today.